Okay, good morning. Welcome to Math Ideas 31. Today we're going to look at kind of a tricky problem. It's about rectangles. Do you know what rectangles are?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, awesome. Alright, so Billy walks along this rectangle, A, B, C, D, from A to B to C. So Billy goes like this, A to B to C. He walked 15 feet. Tinky walked on the same rectangle, from D to C to B to A. You see that? Tinky walked along the rectangle like this. And Tinky went 25 feet. What are the lengths of the sides of the rectangle? Okay, do you understand the problem?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you tell me about it a little bit?
Well.
You need a little help on this one? Yeah. Okay. So we know that on a rectangle, we have two sides that are the same. So we'll call this side X and X, and we'll call this side Y and Y. That's what a rectangle is. A rectangle is a shape where the two opposite sides are the same. Okay? So Billy walked on rectangle A, B, C, D. He went from A to B to C. So can you tell me how far Billy walked?
So he went from X to Y to X. Went from X to Y.
Okay, he went from A to B, which is X, and then from B to C, which is Y. So Billy went X plus Y. So from A to B is X, and from B to C is Y. Okay, can you tell me how far Tinky walked?
Tinky walked from X to Y. Tinky walked from A to B to B to C.
No, from D to C.
From D to C. From C to B. From B to A.
Okay, so how far is that?
It's gonna be Y plus X plus Y plus X.
Try again. Perry, why don't you draw it with your blue pen?
X plus Y plus X.
X plus Y plus X. D to C is X. Okay. So Billy went how far? How far did Billy walk? When Billy went from A to B to C. How far did Billy walk? What does the problem say?
15 feet.
Okay. So that means X plus Y is 15. Does that make sense? So that's how far Billy walked. How far did Tinky walk? What does the problem say about how far Tinky walked?
25 feet.
Okay, 25 feet. Okay, so we have these two equations up here. X plus Y equals 15, and X plus Y plus X equals 25.
Cool.
Cool. Wow, so can we say anything about this? These two equations? What is X plus Y equal to?
15.
Okay. Look, we have an X plus Y down here. So what do you think that X plus Y is equal to?
15.
15. So this equation down here says 15 plus X equals 25. That's interesting. 15 plus X equals 25. Stand over there. What? 15 plus what equals 25?
10.
10. Right. So what does that tell you that X equals?
10.
10. How about that? X equals 10. So we can take in our picture and we can erase these X's. And we can call them 10. Well, now we just have to figure out what Y is. How do you think we're going to figure out what Y is?
I don't know.
You don't know? Well, let's see. Where did Billy walk from? Why don't you take my purple pen and show me where Billy walked from. Billy walked from A to B is C. Okay? And how far did Billy walk?
From 10 to what?
Well, what does it say in the problem, how far Billy walked?
25 feet.
Okay, so how far did he walk when he went from A to B? Up here. Up in the picture. How far did he walk going from A to B?
Actually, he walked 15 feet. He walked 10 feet from A to B and 5 feet from B to C.
How did you figure that out? How did you figure out that y was 5?
10 plus 5 is 15. So I figured out if Billy walked 15 feet, he would have to cross 10, then 5.
10, 5. Very good. So look at that. So what are the sides of the rectangle? Well, these long sides are 10, and the short sides were 5. You want to write that? Can you believe we figured that out?
No.
No, that was a hard one. But that shows you how fun math can be. You can have a really hard problem, and what can you do sometimes with a really hard problem?
You can make it easier.
You can make it easier. Good job. Is that fun?
Yep.
Definitely. Okay. Good job.